Hi, I'm Dr. Katie Woodley, the natural pet doctor. In this short video clip, we're going to go deep into what pet wellness truly means for your dogs and your cats. If you want the full video course, make sure you check out the link below for our pet wellness course, which is going to go through nutrition, vaccines, and all the different life stages of your dogs and cats and how to optimize their wellness. Please leave a comment in the comments below and make sure you subscribe so that you get access and updates whenever we upload new videos to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Most of the time when you're getting a cat or a dog from a shelter, you're adopting them, they're going to already be desexed. And this is because we have an overpopulation of pets. We have a problem where there's lots of animals that need homes. And so that's why they desex them really early. Even your kittens, if you're getting an 8-week-old kitten, a lot of times they're going to be desexed. So that is something to be aware of. We're not going to change that, and that's okay. If you have one of those animals that was desexed at an early age, then what we can do, let's do probiotics. Let's make sure they're on the right nutritional plan. Let's use supplements that support their immune system to kind of counteract maybe some of those effects that we might get later on in life because their hormones, they don't have as many hormones. And so we used to recommend for all other animals 4 to 6 months of age for desexing. So male dogs, male cats, a lot of times what would happen is they're going through this hormonal stage. It's like the teenager stage in their life. We start seeing acting out of behavior issues, things like that. For females, what happens is they go into heat. And so we've talked a lot about mammary cancer and the risk of mammary cancer increasing every time they go into another heat cycle. So that's been a big thing for female animals. But now the research is actually showing there may not be an increased incidence of mammary cancer in our female animals. And so what they did find, which is actually more scary, is that when we do early neutering and spaying of dogs and cats, we're actually finding that they might have a shortened lifespan. And this, we're also leading to what's called atypical Cushing's disease. So Cushing's is usually an excess of steroid hormones. So you see a lot of they get overweight, they lose their hair, they drink a lot, they pee a lot. It's not good. And so we do need to treat that with drugs or herbs. There's a lot of things that we can do, but atypical Cushing's is another form of that, but affecting other hormones involved in the body too. And so we're finding that by removing the sex hormones, we're actually causing all these other hormonal issues down the road potentially. Also, cardiac tumors, bone tumors, increased incidences of those, and then abnormal bone growth and development. So if you've ever noticed, so it's funny, when you look at a lab that hasn't been neutered, so you look at them like an adult lab, so let's say 5 or 6 years of age, and then you look at a lab that's been neutered at 4 to 6 months of age, you would think they are different breeds. Their head development's different, their bone structure, their limb length is different. So there's definitely a place for those hormones in the body, of course. And then also what's happening is when we're removing those hormones in the body, those sex hormones, we're also potentially weakening the knee ligaments, and we're seeing more CCL ruptures, so cranial cruciate ligament ruptures or ACL ruptures. And you know what? My dog has too. You know, when we neutered him, I think at 5 months of age. So I do have to wonder if this has played a part. And also hip dysplasia. Those hormones are big for muscle development, bone development. So we don't want to take those away if we don't need to. So if you can, let your pet get to 2 years of age. Cats can be a little bit different. This is more in terms of dog studies. So cats, you know, they're more likely to escape and get out of the house if they're not neutered. Same with dogs. So you need to ensure that they're on a leash if you're not neutering. And you need to make sure they're not roaming free because their sex drive is huge and they will find a way to get to where they need to be. So you do have to be aware of that and be smart and be responsible if you decide not to neuter your pet. Now, if you can wait till 2 years of age before doing that, you're going to allow those growth hormones, those sex hormones, to do what they need to do to get them to their full grown state and support the body and the immune health. So having an intact animal is not for everyone. So I'm not saying that you have to do this, and that's okay. But if you can get at least your dog to 2 years of age before you do neuter them, that'll be big. So some people don't want to deal with a female in heat and dealing with that. They bleed. Like, it's not just that they're abnormal behavior, they actually bleed. So you do have to be aware of that. And they act different. They can be different amongst the other pets in the house. There can be aggression issues. So those are all things that you do have to think about when you're thinking about neutering and spaying your pet.